Well, just I was going to tell you a little story now. You asked about trade union activity. As I said, we used to have mass meetings, so I remember a number of them around that period, all arising from this new wage claims after the national this wages standstill order. And we used to have big meetings, Sunday mornings, of the Dublin membership of the ASW. There'll be 1,000 people that turn up. Be a wage offer. And I used to get up and speak. There'll be all the old fogies, the whole lot of them, and most of me, no alternative but accept this and all. Members all go to strike. I used to get up and make militant speeches, and I used to get a great response from the members, you know. And I remember a person who was on, a man who was on our regional council of the Dublin area, Walter Carpenter. Now, you loaned me a book the other day, Mick.
Yes, and he did.
About Roddy Connolly. And Walter Carpenter had set up a youth corps in the Irish Citizen Army coming up to 1916. Walter Carpenter. Roddy Connolly was a member of it. He was in the Citizen Army. Walter Carpenter. Now Walter Carpenter, I think he worked in Dublin Corporation subsequently in those days, and he was in the Labour Party. I remember Walter coming up to me after one of these speeches I made. I was only about 18 or so at the time, and no apprentice had ever spoken at these meetings. I used to speak, and Walter came up and said to me, he says, "That was a great speech you made, son." He said, "But I'll tell you, if you want to go anywhere in this union, you'll be very careful of your politics. Don't let them know your politics." So you asked me.
Yes.
Now, that's just an example. He was reflecting the atmosphere at the time.
Yes.
That if your politics were too left-wing, you would never get anywhere in the union. And that subsequently dogged me for years in the union, by the way. So,
what position had he had at that time? What position do you remember Walter Carpenter had? Was he amongst the leaders, or because he was quite famous? He
was on our regional council, and he may well have been on the AC of the Labour Party. He was, you know, he operated that type of level. So that was the atmosphere then, and just by way of saying that, but maybe I'll come back to that.
You didn't take his advice?
I didn't know. I didn't. So, no.
And what was your opinion of the ITG AWU at this time? Like, what was the ITG like at this time in the 1940s and 1950s? Would you consider that a left-wing union, or was that?
Oh, it was fairly right-wing.
It's very right-wing.
Oh, yeah. In fact, it was so right-wing that they caused a split in the trade union movement and in the Labour Party, because they thought, first of all, the Labour Party had become too left-wing.